Welcome back to Leeds Lately for the live watch-along of Leeds United versus Coventry City at the Ricoh Arena in Coventry, an away game which will be a little bit more of a test for us, I think, than the last game, which someone remind me of the score of that one. Oh yeah, it was 7-0. Welcome, of course, to all of you joining us tonight. Welcome to our Leeds Lately members, Karen Curtin in the chat, Pierre, John Garside's in the chat as well. Welcome, John. Welcome, everybody who's joining us as well, who's a non-Leeds Lately member. Thank you, of course, for your continued support, everybody. To all of our regulars and such. We can see in the background of the LUTV studio that they've got some weird yellow and red lights out on the pitch. Must be getting it ready for the FA Cup match. Although, is that at home or is that away to Millwall? Let's have a look at our matches. Just checking that now. Millwall, yeah, that's at home, so they must be preparing the pitch for that game. Welcome everybody who is just joining us as well. Not too long now before kickoff. We've got a 7:45 kickoff tonight at the Ricoh Arena in Coventry. We'll go through the starting lineup shortly, but for the moment, what a game it was last time out against Cardiff City. Obviously, it's not going to be better than that, but Coventry are unbeaten under Lampard as well since he's come in. And it's going to be a tougher game. Of course, it's going to be a lot tougher game. It's away, like I said, unbeaten under the new management. And we're just going to have to try to overcome those away fixture jitters. Now, when we do actually have a little look at the lineup, let's just put it on the screen now. We'll show this again later on, but for the moment, Meslier in goal, Bogle, Rodon, Ampadu, Firpo make up an unchanged back four, and I've done that thing again. Just give me a few seconds, because I've done that thing where basically I've exported and I've got the lineup. It's all done, but the one thing I haven't done is changed it around on here. So let's just see if we can find the one that I exported. I really should delete some of these because we don't need the same lineups, do we? Coventry Watchalong lineup. It could be that one. Let's try it. Yeah, I think this is it. So, Watchalong stream. Here we go. Right. Now you should be able to see. Let's try that again, shall we? Second time lucky. There we go. Meslier in net. Bogle, Rodon, Ampadu and Firpo make an unchanged back five. In front of those, Gruev comes in for Rothwell, and Tanaka also keeps his position. And then the rest of the front line is unchanged as well, with James, Aronson, Solomon and Piru retaining their starting positions. I've seen a few people who've questioned Farke changing a lineup that just won 7-0. But I think there's a method in the madness with that. I don't think it's about the fact that Leeds are just changing for the sake of changing, or even just resting people. I think it's a tactical switch, because I think Rothwell, whilst he does provide a decent amount of defensive cover at times, he's primarily somebody who carries the ball and brings the ball forward, plays the ball into dangerous areas. He's more of like an attacking number 8 than what Gruev is. But when you go into an away game that might be a fairly tough fixture and you don't want your players to get a bit complacent, you bring in Gruev for Rothwell, and I think it just offers you a little bit more stability in terms of that midfield there, because it's going to be a lot more of a hard fought game, this one, and especially in those midfield areas. So it might be important that we do see Gruev come back in. And look, Gruev's no slouch either. Gruev's been really, really good in his time at Leeds. So I'm happy for him to be in the lineup. To be honest, I think he's going to do a good job. Do you know what I don't like? Showing on LUTV now is showing the lineup at the bottom of the screen, but it goes Meslier, Bogle, Firpo, Ampadu, Rodon, Dan James, Piru, Aronson, Solomon, Tanaka, and Gruev, because of the numbers. But that's like sacrilege to me. Just put them in the order that they're going to be on the pitch. When they're in a list, don't put them in number order. Put them in the order that they'll be on the pitch, who's playing where. It just makes so much more sense. Anyway, back to the fixture. Let's have a little look at the Coventry side of things. Coventry FC. So their lineup is Dovin in net. They've got a back three, or what looks like a back three with wing backs of Thomas, Latabaudiere and Kitching, with Van Uwijk at right back, Bidwell at left wing back. Then in that midfield is Torp, Joe Allen and Jack Rodoni making up that midfield three, which is what I said. It might be important that we have Gruev in there because it might be more of a tough fought game. Obviously, Joe Allen's not the most mobile of players, but his passing range is certainly something to be worried about within the Championship. And then up top, they've got two strikers in Ellis Sims and Thomas Asante as well. That's Thomas Asante, his double-barreled last name. That he's not called Thomas space Asante, he's called Thomas Dash Asante. So just thought I'd clarify that for no reason. But yeah, that's their lineup. And then when you actually look at their matches, they beat Coventry 2-0 last time out. Before that, they beat Watford 2-1. Then before that, they beat Blackburn 2-0. Before that, they beat Bristol City 1-0. Before that, they beat Coventry. They beat Coventry. They are Coventry. They beat Sheffield Wednesday in the FA Cup on penalties. And before that, they lost to Norwich 2-1. But I think that was before Lampard came in anyway, potentially. So they're on the up and up. Wait, that means something different, doesn't it? They're on the up, and they're certainly trying to climb the table here. They're up into 11th place now, 41 points. They're actually only 3 points off the playoffs. So they'll be pushing for this. Best believe that they'll be pushing for this, and they'll be trying to get a victory against Leeds today. It's an away game for us, a home game for them. You'd like to think that whilst, we absolutely battered Cardiff at the weekend, it's something that they'll be going for, is that they'll be trying to win. I don't think they'll be sitting back too much and trying to hold us off. I think they will be trying to win the game. Jeff Biss saying, I think 2-2 tonight. Hope for a win, but fingers crossed. Let me know, everybody down below in the comments. Let me know, or in the chat, let me know what your predictions are for tonight's game. I'm going to say, because I imagine someone will ask at some point, I'm going to say that I think it's going to be 2-1 to Leeds. I think it's going to be a tighter game. Martin saying I hope for 8-0. I think it's going to be 2-1 to Leeds. Tonight, I think they are going to score a goal because, look, we haven't conceded in a while, or it feels like that anyway. Yeah, it's two games, maybe more than 2 games, isn't it? Let's have a look at Leeds' recent results, because, of course, we're on a bit of a run as well as Coventry are, and we'll sit top of the table, of course. So we haven't conceded in the last 5 games, including the FA Cup. 5 games we haven't conceded for. So, look, we've got a very tight defence, other than Burnley. I think we've got the best defence in the division. But obviously Burnley are just ridiculous and they don't score either. We're the top scorers and the second lowest defence, so we're on form, really. We're way on form. In the last 5 games, let's say 4 actually, because one of them is the FA Cup. In the last 4 games in the Championship, we've scored 12. We've scored 12 in the last 4 games and conceded 0. So, look, we're in a bit of a purple patch at the moment, so let's just hope we can continue that tonight. Karen saying, hoping for a 2-0 win to Leeds. Kiwi White agreeing with me and saying he thinks 2-1. John Garside saying if we play like we did against Cardiff, we'll batter these. Yeah, there's a certain level of Cardiff allowed us to play like that as well, isn't there, though, to be fair, John? Because if they'd have been on their game and we'd still played like that, the score would have been lower. We still would have won the game, but the score would have been lower. So if a team actually shows up against us, then it'll be it'll be a little bit more of a tough tale. Hank Wyman saying 3-1 to Leeds. Penny Lane saying another 7 would be brilliant. Absolutely. John Gassai saying our goal difference is like an extra point. Yeah, it is essentially, isn't it? And if we can get ahead on that and just stay ahead the whole season, then that'll be great. I can't imagine that we wouldn't now that we're 12 or so goals ahead. Something ridiculous anyway. John Garside saying Coventry will have a go, so this could be fun. Yeah, you look. I hope so. I hope they are. I hope they try and have a go at us, and we put them to the sword. But I feel like it might be a bit tighter than that. And honestly, I hope that there's egg on my face at the end of this, and that I've said it was going to be a tight game, and that we absolutely batter them. Of course, I hope that. But for the moment, my prediction is it's going to be 2-1 to Leeds. Goals in the one goal in the first half. A goal in the second half for us. That's my prediction anyway. Players are all out on the pitch now for their lineups. Let's show, obviously, people who weren't here before. This is lineup for Leeds. Meslier in goal. Bogle, Rodon, Ampadu and Firpo make up an unchanged back 5. Gruev comes in for Rothwell, which I think is a tactical decision, being that it might be a tougher midfield battle away. And Tanaka keeps his position. And then ahead of them are James, Aronson, Solomon and Piru, who are the attacking unit who contributed so much to that great performance and those goals against against Cardiff last time out. I got that all done in about 25 seconds. That was succinct from me. The Coventry City lineup dove in net. You've got Thomas, Rodoni, Allen, Sims, Kitching, Bidwell, Latabodiere, Thomas Asante, Van Uwick and Torp. On the bench for them, you've got Collins, Binks, Jar Jar Binks, De Silva, Grimes, Sakamoto, Raphael, Eccles, Burrows and Bassetti. The Leeds lineup, of course, we all know is the classic 4-2-3-1 we're expecting. And on the bench is Darlow, Strauch, Rothwell, Ramazani, Joseph, Gilavogi, Byram, Nonto and Verba. So again, a really, really strong bench for us. And it's good to see that Strauch's maintained fitness enough to be on the bench again. Welcome everybody who's joining us. Welcome to CB who's just joined us, one of our Leeds Lately members. If you do want to become a Leeds Lately member, then that join button is just down below and you can join the crew that we've already got in here in our little community. Absolutely no pressure to do so, of course. A subscribe or a like would be enough for me. So make sure you go ahead and hit that like button because we all know when we get to 100 likes, we get to... we got to 100 likes, we, we score a goal. Yeah, that's the most important thing in football, and I couldn't think of the words. Sometimes when I'm like clicking something and doing something else, I lose my train of thought. And also, I'm absolutely knackered, so we'll have a little chill one tonight. But hopefully... Leeds give us something to get excited about. We've started a little super chat goal as well there. Oh, it's making me try and send a super chat to myself. Kiwi White saying maybe a goal after 100 corners. Yeah, well, I'd like to see it. I would like to see it. I know that, and for those of you who may be new, because obviously it's not on the TV and stuff, you may be new here to this chat. I know that technically it counts the Tanaka goal against Sheffield Wednesday as a goal from a corner, but what we're counting on this channel is a goal directly, like as in a header or a volley that comes into the box and goes straight into the back of the net rather than one that came out to the edge of the box from a header, then shot back in, then flicked on one. I don't truly count that. Anyway, make sure you go ahead and hit that big red button down below. And we're just about to kick off. I will respond to your super chat momentarily, White Swan. Thank you very much. I'm just trying to make sure that this goes correctly. Oh, for some reason. Well, it's just tonight that my timer's decided that it's going to stop working. So if that works at some point, I'll let you know. We'll go back to the super chat first. We are underway here, and the ball's just gone back to the Coventry defence there, and now a flick forward, and now Ampadu can play it all the way back to Meslier. Thank you so much, White Swan, for the super chat. Thanks, Max. Always good to be here. Always good to have you as well, White Swan. We value your opinions in here and your company too. So thank you so much for the super chat. I really, really appreciate that, of course. Now, I've got a timer here that's going to be an issue. Now, I fixed it. But we're about a minute in, so I'll tell you what, it's going to go black for a second and the commentary will restart in a second, but I'm just going to make sure that... Just going to pause this for a second until the actual Leeds footage catches up. But you don't really need to see me, so I'll commentate whilst it's doing it. Here's Rodon, back across to Ampadu. There we go. We're synced up perfectly now. Sorry about that, everyone. Don't know why it wasn't working, but we're synced up now. Here's Coventry playing the ball out to the right-hand side here. Oh, do you know what? Apologies in my build-up. It's not Joe Allen, it's Jamie Allen, who I've never heard of. So, yeah, make sure you hit the like, everybody. And, yeah, of course, thank you so much for the super chat as well, White Swan. Here's Solomon down the left-hand side. Solomon goes to cross it in. It's going to be a corner kick to Leeds United, first corner of the game. I honestly looked at a portion of the Coventry stand then and thought, oh, are we back in lockdown again? There's nobody there, but then I looked and there was people there. Let's have a little look at changing this corner count to 99 when this goes in, or to 0 if it goes in the back of the net. Gruev's going to be the one to take the corners, given that Rothwell's the usual corner taker, and he's been replaced by Gruev. And Gruev, of course, one of our good set-piece delivery experts here. Probably a bad time to say that, because he's probably going to put in a terrible corner now. Remember, guys, as well, just whilst we're waiting for this corner to come in, please refrain from posting about goals before I've reacted to them, because it'll spoil the game for me. Gruev, ball into the box. That's headed away, and that's going to be 99 corners. I've got 99 corners, but a goal ain't one. Like Jay-Z once said. Pretty sure that was exactly how it was said. Just ignore me, though, because Joe Rodon is actually down in the box there, and I'm chatting absolute waffle about... Oh, yeah, so Rodon's in the box there going for the corner, and everybody is kind of parting out the way as he's running past. A Coventry player grabs Rodon, and he's pulling him around the whole time, which is, look, that's fair enough. That always happens in football. But when he goes down, Rodon, the Coventry player actually lands with his full body weight on the Coventry player's knee, which is on top of Joe Rodon's head. It's on top of Joe Rodon's head. And so we could be looking at a concussion here. I'm not sure, but Joe Rodon, he doesn't see the best of the injury. But he never seems to have a long-term injury, but he always seems to take a whack, doesn't he? And this time it's only 4 minutes in. Thank you so much for the super chat, Kiwi White. I really, really appreciate that. Saying, appreciate you, Max. It's the only coverage I get here in New Zealand. It's a shame, isn't it, that it's 2025 and it's not broadcast around the world readily. It's very annoying, but I do very, very much appreciate your patronage. And, yeah, I really appreciate you joining us in the chat, Kiwi White, every week. So, yeah, it's a mutual appreciation from you guys and from me to all of you. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button as well. We've got 46 likes at the moment, 100 concurrent viewers. And if we can get that up to 100, we all know we score a goal. At the moment, though, we are still worried here a little bit about Joe Rodon, who is down in the box. He's up on his feet again now. Let's have a look at this replay again. So, oh yeah, he full on takes a knee to the face there. That's like a UFC move, like full on knee to the like bridge of his nose there, like not just the side of his knee or anything, like properly the front of his knee. Excuse me. Ooh. The tea that what we had for tea tonight when it was cooking in the pan, I think it was the cayenne chili seasoning. When it was cooking in the pan, it did that thing where it goes right to the back of your throat, and neither of us could just stop coughing before, and we were half laughing, half dying. So it's still in the back of my throat and in my sinuses, and every now and again it makes me cough. White Swan saying, how's Rodon? I'm really worried because he's such a hard case and dependable. At the moment, Tanaka has dropped into his role for him whilst Ampadu plays alongside him. Joe Rodon is going to come back on the pitch. He's just on the sideline at the moment waiting to come back on with the medical staff, so I think he's all right. I mean, there's a chance. Oh, Bryn Law has just mentioned how he's been calling him Tanaka, and Tanaka. He's made reference to it, the fact that he's called him by like 3 different names, and he said we are back to Tanaka now. So we love the self-awareness from Bryn there. But yeah, it's going to be a throw into Leeds, and Joe Rodon is back on the pitch. For all of us who are worried, I am still a little bit worried though that there's a potential that could be a concussion, that sort of thing, and we haven't really seemed to have been too worried about the concussion when I think we probably should be. Anyway, here's Firpo. Tries to pass it past Van Uwijk, but it's cut out there and the ball goes back to Solomon. Now Tanaka. You can't, like you said that, Martin, but you must have a sixth sense, because obviously you said it before you saw me yawn, and I just yawned for the first time. Is it an independent concussion test? I think it's by the whichever club it is. It's by your own medical staff. Here's Gruev. Bit of space for Tanaka to shoot now, and he puts it in row Z. He puts it into the Leeds fans in row Z. Second time. Thanks, Martin. Thanks for keeping track. Really appreciate that. Yeah, Ampadu plays it into the feet of Gruev, who puts it into Tanaka in front of goal, and he has a little bit of space to shoot. You can forgive him for shooting from there. It does roll into a decent position for him, but it's just not quite. It didn't quite sit up for him right to hit it, and he skied it over the bar. So at present, we're just waiting for the Coventry goalkeeper to take his goal kick. Long goal kick then here up towards the halfway line, headed by Gruev, but I think he did get a bit of a push in the back, but nevertheless Leeds have the ball here. Here's Tanaka. Oh, and now Tanaka's going for a tackle, and it's going to be a foul by Tanaka. Somebody else can do a yawn counter. I'm not doing it, CP. You've got too many things to keep track of at the moment. To be honest, the score and the timer is enough for me. I don't know why I gave myself more work with the corner count. I just thought other people have more things on their stream. Maybe I should. Maybe I should do a corner counter. What an idiot. Anyway, here's I'm calling myself the idiot. Just for clarification, I'm the idiot. I'm not calling anybody in the chat an idiot, just in case that one got misconstrued. Long ball forward here from Coventry from that free kick, but Bogle was fouled as soon as the ball was taken. It's now going to be a free kick to Leeds. I know you weren't serious, CB. I was continuing the joke. Here's Gruev. Little curved pass out to Junior Firpo, who certainly earned his position staying in the lineup. You maybe feel like the fact that Rothwell's gone out, it was either, I feel like it was either Rothwell or Firpo started the game. Because I think if you put Rothwell in midfield and you have Byram at left back, you're the same solidity as having Gruev in midfield and Firpo at left back, if that makes any sense. So to me, I think it was the better idea to go for Firpo, because Gruev, probably a better all round player than Rothwell anyway. He's just a different type of player. Thanks, Martin. I should have that as one of the little like I have that reminder there. I should have that as one of the reminders. I've also halved the slow mode on the chat, by the way, so I know a lot of you sometimes were not frustrated, but like you have to wait 15 seconds before you could send your second message. Chance for Leeds in the box here. Here's Gruev on the edge. Pokes it back to Dan James. Dan James tries to cross it in. It's going to be headed away there. We're going to carry on. But yeah, basically I've halved the chat delay, so you can have a chat every 7 seconds rather than every 15. Here's Gruev. Now, Aronson. Aronson should have had a shot there. He really should have had a shot. He tried to play it back to Firpo, and it was too far ahead of Firpo, and the defender was able to shield it out for a goal kick for Coventry. But Aronson should have had a shot. I don't know why he tried to play it back. He really should have shot there. I think if you're in the box like that and you've opened up that much space, you're in the box, just shoot. Because chances are, even if the goalkeeper saves it, he might drop it at the feet of one of your teammates. So I just think it's worth him having a go there. Tanaka heads that one forward, but it's cleared away there. Thanks, Martin, for the super chat, or the super sticker, I should say. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you who contribute to this channel, especially financially, because it really helps me out. So thank you so much for that. Here's Meslier. Because he passed it to Rodon, Ellis Sims there. He shot from distance, and Meslier caught that one well. Now it's Melier's ball. Make sure you like everybody's super chats and super stickers, everyone, as well. Bogle passes it to Dan James, and now he's on the overlap. But Dan James gets it. Ooh, he tries to get it into Aronson and get it back, but he can't quite get it back. And now a chance for Coventry here. No foul, and Leeds have won the ball back here. Here's Solomon. Plays it back to Tanaka. He's got a man on his back here, but he manages to get it back to Solomon. Firpo's in down the left-hand side, and Firpo can be found here if he can get a good ball in across the box. Too much on it there from Firpo. Too high over everybody, but the linesman's flag was up anyway, and it's going to be a free kick to Coventry there. But promising signs there for Leeds that we are starting to open up gaps and opportunities, and you've got to feel like if we can create a good chance in this first half, we might take it, because Coventry do seem to be attempting to get forward a little bit and leaving themselves open at times at the back. So perhaps what they've done in their other games under Lampard is really taking it to the opposition and beating them, because they can be as good, if not better, as other teams in terms of personnel. But that's not going to happen tonight, because Leeds, of course, have got a better team in terms of personnel. So let's have a little look about... an insult to injury, Martin, when we beat them as well. That will. Here's Ampadu. But yeah, hopefully their technique of trying to play a high line and bring the ball out will fall flat against Leeds, and we can potentially take advantage of that. Here's Rodon over to Bogle. Bogle tries to play the ball down the line to Dan James. It's cut out there, but Leeds do win it back. Here's Joel Pirou on the edge of the box. Pirou goes to shoot, and it deflects off his own arm there after it bounced back, but nothing given by the ref, and Leeds have the ball back now after Ampadu heads it on the halfway line back to Firpo. Now Manor Solomon inside to Gruev here. Gruev still going inside to Brennan Aronson. Brennan Aronson back out to Firpo. Tanaka with a long ball forward out to the right-hand side for Bogle to try and head back in, and I think that might be... Yeah, it's going to bounce straight through to the goalkeeper, but... Leeds Builders Society. Fair enough, mine. no one is going to try and have a go at Leeds again after that Cardiff match. The thing is, White Swan as well, I don't think that Cardiff had that much of a go either, really, did they? We limited them to only a few shots. I don't even think they had that much of a go. I think they were just really bad defensively, like really bad defensively, just leaving so many gaps. Here's Van Newick, though, down the right-hand side here for Coventry. He tries to play it inside, and he's cut out by Gruev, who... Gruev does like to drop into those positions out over on the left-hand side and actually help Firpo on the cover. So maybe that's why as well that he feels like with Byram out of the team and Firpo playing there, he's got to bring Gruev in because Gruev does come across and help Firpo as well. So maybe that's the sacrifices to take Rothwell out to have Gruev in because of his defensive work as well. But look, Gruev is... equally good, is if not better than Rothwell, so there's nothing really to complain about. It's just the actual... Oh, Pirou's in here. Joel Pirou, 1-0. It's onside, 1-0. Okay, that's what we needed. That's how we needed to start this game. 16 minutes in, Solomon plays it through to Pirou. Pirou is through on goal, one-on-one, and that man doesn't miss in those situations. Bangs it in the bottom corner. I thought the reason I didn't react as much is because I thought it was going to be offside. I don't know if anybody else is actually watching the game. It just had that vibe that he was offside. So the goalkeeper takes a goal kick that goes to the halfway line. Ellis Sims makes a bad touch that Gruev tackles. It bounces to Solomon, who plays it between the two centre backs with the outside of his foot for Joel Pirou, and he's just in on goal behind, and he just scores. Really nice finish, slots it in the bottom corner. In fact, it was very much like the goal for 7-0 against, in terms of the finish itself against Cardiff, it was like the goal for 7-0. And yeah, really good finish from Joel Pirou there. 1-0. Usually I'm like shouting and stuff, but I thought it was offside. I don't know why. I don't know if anybody else got that vibe, but 1-0 to Leeds. Can't be bad, eh? Cannot be bad. Long ball forward then from there. Defences were underway again here after 17 minutes or so. Here's Sims on the edge of the Leeds box being tackled here. Good little back heel by Gruev, and now Tanaka can play the ball to Firpo. Leeds might be on the break a little bit here. They've got players in yellow shirts pouring forwards here, and that's going to be offside there against Solomon. Just didn't watch his line, and when the ball came through to him, he was in an offside position. Evening, Ruggy. Yeah, nice to see 1-0. It's only just happened, literally just happened, Ruggy. So, welcome, Isaac. I don't think I noticed you were here, Isaac. So apologies that I didn't shout you out when you first joined in. That's one of your member perks. You get mentioned by name when you join the chat. But yeah, it's going to be offside there, so it's going to be a free kick for the Coventry City goalkeeper. White Swan saying maybe get excited when the fifth one goes in. Are you getting blasé? Yeah, well, we don't want to be too complacent, do we? Not that it makes a difference for us as fans, other than people might call me an idiot. But still, you don't want to get too complacent, even as a fan, do you? You don't want to be like, yeah, we've won the league or whatever. You just don't want to say it because it's something that could come back to bite you on the arse. Leeds 5 points above Burnley at the moment. Yeah, are there other games going on tonight? I literally, in the world of football, I only pay attention to Leeds. Let's have a look. Championship. Ball is with the Coventry defenders at the moment, by the way. Oh, there was games yesterday. Right, okay, so Burnley won 1-0 yesterday against Oxford, which, I mean, is expected. QPR beat Blackburn 2-1. And, of course, Leeds at the moment are winning 1-0 against Coventry. Here's Brendan Aronson over on the right-hand side with it. I don't know why I insist on calling him Brendan Aronson, as in, like, instead of... It's already Aronson. It's already 3 syllables, his name, and I'm adding 2 more. Brendan Aronson. And I've got to say it fast whilst commentating. I need to just stick to Aronson. Here's Rodon. Now Gruev. No Pirou, no Party, apparently, is sounding out. Only Newcastle and Arsenal, really. Gruev. Now Rodon. Poor ball from Rodon, but luckily for Leeds, it's actually gone back to Bogle. And Bogle can play that one all the way back to Meslier, who I must say hasn't really had anything to do tonight so far, apart from that shot from distance from Rodon. Yeah, none in the Championship. Yeah, because this one was meant to be... the reason why this isn't on TV is because it was... And honestly, this makes no sense, right? This makes... The 3 o'clock blackout itself... Just Bogle coming forward here. No real danger for either side at the moment. It's about on the halfway line. The 3 p.m. blackout itself makes no sense, right? Because in the modern era, it was a rule written in the 50s or 60s or something. And in the modern era, like, people are just going to watch the games anyway and not go to their local team. Like, it's not a thing to go to. Like, as well, like, you support one team as well. So, yeah, some people like to go to a local team, but it's not the vast majority, is it? The vast majority of people just support their team, and they don't have anyone to go and locally watch. Why would you? Piri might be in again here, but the goalkeeper's managed to save that one. A bit too heavy on the through ball there from Solomon. But, so, obviously, that's my thoughts on the 3 p.m. blackout to start with. I don't think it's a modern rule, and I think it should be scrapped so that people can watch the games. The second thing is, right, this is even more ridiculous. This game tonight was rescheduled because it was supposed to be a 3 p.m. kickoff on one of the other weeks, right? But because it was supposed to be a 3 p.m. kickoff and it was moved from a 3 p.m. kickoff to a weeknight, it's now not on TV because it still counts as part of the blackout. What? That makes absolutely no sense. It's now not on a Saturday at 3 p.m, so therefore now put it on TV. Makes no sense. Anyway, let's get back to the game. Here are Coventry trying to cross the ball into the box. Well cut out there by Gruev on the cover. This is what I'm talking about here. I don't think Rothwell's in that position. When he crosses the ball into the box, Gruev is in that right position to cut that out, almost in a third centre-back role at times. He's massively helpful in situations like that when you're playing against a team who actually are going to attack you. He can be invaluable, and I think that's a reason why Gruev is a lot more suited to be a Premier League player than somebody like Rothwell, because Gruev has got that in him to be a defensive-minded midfielder, and actually, like, do you get what I mean? He's actually got that in him to be defensively aware enough to play in the Premier League. Anyway, let's go back to the football. Here's Meslier with the ball. Nothing really happening at the moment. Yeah, Gruev is great. Here's Rodon. Ampadu, Tanaka. His ball goes all the way back to Meslier, and Meslier can clear that one. Under a little bit of pressure from Ellis Sims there. With Latabaudiere at the moment. I like Gruev, but I like to see Rothwell getting forward. Yeah, see, that's why Rothwell's very good for the Championship, though, CB, isn't it? And I think if you're going into the Premier League, if you're being realistic, you have to have somebody like Gruev in there. If you've got Gruev and Ampadu in the midfield in the Premier League, I think that's okay. Do you get what I mean? In terms of defensive stability, and then I think if you want to play a 3, you put Tanaka in there as well, or start Tanaka. And I think we're more suited as an all-round squad in terms of our permanent signings if we go up this year than what we were last year. We had some high-value players last year and some individuals who really make up the difference in games, but this year I think we've got a more well-rounded squad. Gruev passed the ball to Ampadu then, and Ampadu tried to come forward with it. Oh yeah, and he just got like shoulder checked there by the Coventry defender. I think it was Bidwell, right in the chest, and he's having a bit of a coughing fit. Yeah, they hurt them when you get winded. Throwing to Leeds now anyway through, not through, but with Jayden Bogle. Here's Bogle. Bogle carries it forward there. He's so good at dribbling, Jayden Bogle. Oh, he's nutmegged the defender. Oh my God, Bogle! 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 Bogle's just run from miles away and scored. The goalkeeper spilled it right at his feet. But, oh my God, it's 2-0. Bogle can't believe his luck there. He ran from about the halfway line, right? Then he nutmegged a player in the box and he thought, oh no, I've overrun it here. The goalkeeper dived on it and then just kind of like spilled it back to him, and he just went, oh, all right then, and just took it one more touch and then put it in with the outside of his foot. But he just kept going and going there. He's done unbelievable, Bogle, to score there. The defender, I think, runs across the goalkeeper's path right at the last minute. Yeah, and he really puts off the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper spills it at his feet. But you hearing what I'm saying, though, about how every single week we play a team where the goalkeeper makes defensive errors? Is it starting to compute what I mean? Because every single week we play against a team who the goalkeeper does something stupid and gives us a goal. Like, it happens to all championship goalkeepers, which means, by my logic, that Meslier perhaps isn't good enough for the Premier League, but I think he's good enough for the Championship. That's what I'm going to say about Meslier for now. I think that's where we've landed with him at the moment, unless he has a massive uptick in form. But here's Bogle trying to win that one back, but it's going to be a throw in here to Coventry by our right back position. And Martin saying, hey, you thought I was joking with 8-0. Afternoon, Justin. Welcome. Oh, they're trying to get the ball across. Thomas Asante there. They tried to cross it. It had already gone out, and Meslier caught it anyway, so no danger there. Who scored what when, please? Did you miss the 1-0, or did you miss 2-0 as well, Jeff? Or I don't know what even words anymore. But yeah, we could be getting a big thump in here. Oh, they could be, sorry. Please, who scored both goals? Yeah, so the first goal was Joel Peru, goal kick from them, and we tackled Sims and the ball went to Solomon, who played it through to Peru, who was just threw on goal and slotted it past the goalkeeper. The second goal, Bogle ran from miles away, nutmegged a defender, overran it, but the goalkeeper spilled it right back to him again, and then he ran past another player and outside of the footed it into the bottom corner. So, look, very, very good. Very good start to a game. Jeff Bogle. Jeff Bogle scored. Yeah, it's lacking a comma, that sentence. It sounds like Jeff from the chat and Jayden Bogle have had a illegitimate love child who's gone on to play for Leeds and just scored. Here's Ampadu. Here's Bogle. Now Dan James, who I've got to say, Dan James has been quiet so far. Piru tries to play that one forward for Aronson, it was there, but it's too much on it, and it's gone out for a throw-in. Farkas just having a few words about where he thinks his players should be and what they're not doing at the moment. But I think, all in all, it's safe to say it's going pretty well. 2-0 up after 29 minutes. So throw in here to Coventry. Ball back with Coventry goalkeeper now, and he sends it long up towards the halfway line, flicked on there by Rodon, I think it was, but Leeds can win the ball back there. Here's Bogle. Bogle. Oh, Aronson fouled there from behind by Allen then. Is he related to Joe Allen? Because he really looks like him. Is he related to them? To him? No, he's from Rochdale. Ampadu goes long there. He's over the top to Dan James, who just passes it straight to the goalkeeper. Long ball over the top there, and Dan James was in behind, and his chip was just really, really poor. Here's Tanaka. Yeah, Dan James should be doing better. I feel like he's not very good in the... That's the one situation he's not very good at, Dan James, is bouncing ball over the top, and he seems to not be able to do much with it. Here's Firpo. Now Gruev. 133 people in the chat and only 74 likes. If we smash those like buttons, we'll get up to 3-0. We all know that's how it works. Here's Ampadu. Although I think you all owe me about 700 likes for all those goals that we scored against Cardiff. Oh, Leeds have won the ball back here. Here's Solomon. Tries to get it back into the box, and Dan James taps it in, but it's offside there, according to the linesman. You'll notice that I say if it's offside and I don't agree with it, or something, or a foul and I don't agree with it, I'll say according to the referee or according to the linesman, because I'm not stating it as a fact. Gary McAllister's... Why did you say Gary McAllister RIP? Gary McAllister's still alive. I had to Google it then and be like, oh, bloody hell, has that happened? And I Googled it and he's still alive. He just says 60 years old. I think you must have put that in the wrong place, Martin. Oh, for some reason that just... Jeff Biss saying, I watched your video 2 years ago. Max 2-4 against Man United. You changed a bit. Is that the match day vlog or the reaction? I suppose it proves I wasn't good. What did you actually think he was, Martin? It wasn't a mistake in terms of where you put it in the thing. You thought he had. Oh, well, that's a nice surprise that he's not. Leeds have got a safe possession back with Meslier now. Yeah, that was a few years ago, and it feels like a lifetime ago as well, Jeff, that we were in the Prem, and that game was mental. That was the game where they're 2-0 up, and we scored 2 within about 2 minutes, and everyone was going absolutely crazy, honestly, and stopped celebrating the first goal, and the second one went in. Here's Ampadu. Back to Meslier now. Why is my microphone always so loose? I need to tighten it. Rodon. Bogle. Bogle took a poor touch there, and it's a Coventry throw-in, but I think we can forgive him considering that he scored the second goal in this one. All the way back to the Coventry goalkeeper now. We're trying to play it out under pressure here, Coventry, but a long ball forward from the clearance has gone to Ellis Sims, and now Rodon's been fallen on top of again. And Ampadu's having to try and battle for this one, but it's going for... Oh, Tanaka can really do a good job there, and he does. Plays the ball to Firpo. Now Gruev. Now Firpo again. Little back heel from Firpo. It's going to go out of into touch, but we don't mind that too much because it cleared a little bit of the danger that was happening there. Ollie Stale Biscuit saying 86 to hit the like. We win this, and then it's 8 wins to promotion. Is it? Is that how... Does that guarantee it? 8 wins and we're promoted after this? Does that guarantee it? Someone let me know. Welcome, Port Carter's LUFC bar. Firpo on the Bielsa breakout. Leeds have had an offside against them there as Aronson came back from an offside position. You'd think that when you see Aronson's kit, you'd think that it's because he's been sliding around and being hard in the tackle and everything. But I don't think it's that. More that he keeps falling on the floor. Here's Gruev. Now Ampadu. Good ball bad ball with his left foot. Goes straight to a Coventry player. Now here's Sims on the edge of the box. He goes to shoot, blocked by Tanaka. We are really limiting them to shots from distance here. That's going to be a Leeds goal kick there. Look, I think Leeds are doing a really good job of limiting Coventry to shots from distance. The only real efforts they've had have all been from way outside the box. Couple from Sims, and then one from Rodon, I think it was as well. So we're doing a good job at the moment of limiting the places they're taking shots from. Meslier sends that one long this time. Straight to a Coventry defender, but Leeds have won the ball back on the seconds, and now here's Firpo just coming over the halfway line, looking for an option ahead of him. He's got Solomon on the overlap, and Solomon does get the ball. Up against Van Nieuwijk here. Gives the ball back to Firpo, and then it's actually going to be our 100th corner. After Van Nieuwijk slide tackles that one into touch. Let's get ready to change this. 11 likes. Quick, get 12 likes in quick before we take the corner, and then we'll score. That's how it works, isn't it? Solomon going to take this corner kick this time. Ball comes into the box, doesn't beat the first man, and is cleared away. And that really sums up our set piece taking. Oh, there's a fight going on in the box. Also, a lot of pushing and shoving at least between Ampadu, Piru, and some of the Coventry defenders. Well, it's because the Coventry player just had hold of Ampadu the whole time. I think actually it's a bit of 6, 1 and half a dozen of the other. They got hold of each other. I think they might be both be getting yellow carded here. Yeah, they've both been carded. But we're on 100. We're on 100 corners, so I think they wanted us to get to a nice round 100 and then score on the 101st. I don't think so, Ruggy. Not in my book. Coventry trying to play out from the back here again. Oh, look, I've got a notification from the calendar saying 1945 to 21:45, Coventry versus Leeds United. Oh, forgot about that. That's useful. Bidwell it was that got a yellow card, and Ampadu. Oh, a little nutmeg there by the Coventry man out on the wing. Places it into the middle to Rodoni, and his shot is deflected wide, and it's going to be a Coventry corner kick here. Crossman52 saying, greetings, Leedslings. Spectacular form of late. Hopefully we march on and create some cushion. Yeah, me too. I hope that this is a chance for us to build not only our goal difference, but our point total as well, and that we can extend our lead and start to stride away. But I don't know. I mean, we've got an FA Cup game at the weekend, which will be a nice, probably a nice break, won't it, from everything in the league. Meslier punches that corner away confidently this time. Here's Solomon. Needs to get rid of the ball here, and he does do well. Here's Dan James. Now Firpo. Firpo back inside here to Solomon. Oh, Solomon's such a poor touch. He really lets himself down sometimes. Here's Thomas Asante trying to come forward, but tackled there. Oh, I'm getting a low battery. Please recharge headset in my headphones. So it's time that we plug them in the old-fashioned way rather than Bluetooth. Apologies. There you go. Right, I think we're all right now. My headset was dying, so I know the cat's meowing somewhere. So I had to plug it in manually, the old-fashioned way. So I've done that now, so it should be all right. I think you might have heard some game sound then, but ball forward here, and then Meslier can come and claim it, and then Thomas Asante's fallen on Melier's head, and it's going to be, I think it might be a Leeds free kick. Here's Meslier now. Oh, never mind. I'll sort it out at a different time. Here's Tanaka. Ampadu. Now Rodon. Bogle. On ball forward for Bogle, but Dan James was going to get there first, but the goalkeeper was way ahead of him in terms of thinking, and he flew out and cleared that one into touch. Yeah, we've controlled the game, Paul, definitely. We seem to be pinning their fullbacks, their wing backs back as well. So Rodoni, Bidwell, and Van Nieuwijk. Van Nieuwijk seems to be able to get quite high, but Bidwell seems to be getting pinned back quite a lot by how high our fullbacks get, and so we're kind of dictating the game in that sense as well. Here's Firpo. Ampadu. Tanaka. Back to Ampadu. Ampadu. Rodon charging forward there. Oh, nearly a really good ball through there to Solomon, but now they're trying to break in the opposite direction. Here's Rodoni. That's not a foul at all, and he's just gone down like a sack of spuds, but Leeds can win the ball back here. Here's Aronson. Pokes it through to Gruev. Gruev plays the ball through to Dan James here. Dan James is in on goal. Dan James plays it across. Oh, Dan James, just shoot, man. He just tried to square it, and the goalkeeper got a foot in there. Or one of the defenders did. Tanaka didn't put hardly anything on that challenge against Rodoni, and Rodoni just fell on the floor. Yeah, Dan James just needs to shoot himself, be a bit more confident. 3 likes away from 3-0. Yeah, just get some likes in the chat, guys, and we'll score again. So that's all we've got to do. Here's Tanaka. Now Dan James. Back to Gruev on the edge. Gruev tries to cross it in, headed away by the man on the edge of the box, and now Firpo. Piru. 4 minutes added time onto this first half, by the way, everyone. Good battle in there by Tanaka, just to do enough to put Sims off, and then Rodon can tap that one back to Meslier. And Leeds can start from the back here as we enter this period of additional time on this first half. Hank Wyman saying that's one edge to Nonto. His weak foot is nasty. Yeah, he's done that a few times, hasn't he? Used his left foot and like, what's it called? Wrong-footed their goalkeeper or defenders or whatever, and he's really good at doing that. Paul Milner asking what is Frank's face like. They haven't actually shown him, really. They've barely shown him on the screen apart from when he shook hands with Farker at the start. Here's Ampadu. Now Tanaka. What's the betting that at full time when Lampard does his interview, a Leeds fan puts the crying filter on him? I mean, I reckon you could put good money on that. Here's Solomon coming towards the box. He might just be about to cry even more. Here's Joel Piru. Blasts it over the bar. But the chances are being created. The chances are really being created. We hit 100 likes there and Piru was in on goal and he blasted it over the bar. So he owes us one now. Joel. Oh, I tell you what. He must not be far off top scorer in the championship now, Joel Piru. Let's go on championship. Stats. Yeah, Joel Peru's on 13, and I feel like he may go on to... that might have been his 14th, but it's not updated yet. Dan James with 6 assists, Firpo with 6 assists, Solomon with 6 assists. Meslier comes and collects that one. Just about 40 seconds left then of this first half. Yeah, Dan James was at the back post, wasn't he, Marcelo? So he could have squared it. He's got plenty of time to go top scorer of the league. There's not really anybody who's scoring a lot of goals this season. Obviously, Borja Sainz scored loads for Norwich, but now he hasn't scored in months, I don't think. He scored 15 like straight away within the first however many games, and now he's just completely gone off the boil or he's been injured, I don't know. But there's a very good chance that Joel Peru ends up top scorer in the championship this season. He's already... as it stands on the statistics, it says he's 2 goals behind, but I think he's 1 goal behind because he's just scored one and it's not updated yet. He's Firpo. Yeah, I've not really got anything against Coventry. Not really... I saw something the other day. You know, Martin Sykes is saying there it's colder in Coventry than Leeds and it's brass monkey weather here. Now, for those of you who don't know, a brass monkey is the little device. It's almost like, you know, your triangle that you get on a pool table or a snooker table. It's like that, but it used to hold cannonballs on a ship, like on a pirate ship or whatever. And the cannonballs would be stood on top of it. So that's the saying, freeze the balls off a brass monkey, because the cannonballs would sit on a brass monkey on a ship. That's where the saying came from. That's half time, though, just as we come across that little bit of, that little tidbit of knowledge that was quite random for me to include. But Leeds have gone into the break 2-0 up. Could have easily been 3 or 4. And, yeah, look, I think there's plenty of chance for us to get further ahead in this game. Now, I am going to do a restart now because it still died last time. Cat, get out the cupboard. The wardrobe. Come here. Oh, right. I'm going to do a little restart now. So the screen's going to go black. For those of you who are new here, the screen goes black for just a couple of minutes whilst I'm having a break / doing a restart on my PC, just so it doesn't crash in the second half, because it's got some sort of weird problem where it's a really high-end gaming PC. But then after a certain amount of time of streaming, all goes black screens and it all just freezes and then makes a little popping sound and it all goes off. No idea. So I will, not enough. I'll give you one before I go as well, Robert Thornton. Not enough room to swing a cat in here came from the Cat and Nine Tails, which was a whip with 9 different strands with stones on the end of them, and so there wasn't enough room to swing the whip on board of a pirate ship as well, or whatever other ship. And so apparently that's where that comes from as well. But anyway, I'm going to have a quick break now just to reset the computer, so I'll be back shortly. Yeah, if you go away, make sure you come back again just before half time, because we'll be back for the second half. Thank you, everybody, and see you shortly. Hello. Should be able to hear me and see me now. I'm back. Sorry about that. Having to do a restart. Hopefully, it doesn't happen again. And we can get back to the football. White's one saying sounds like we're playing with confidence. Definitely, yeah. And like Karen says, so we should be after that win against Cardiff. I mean, it was massive, that one. So it was a real booster for the rest of the season. Probably a good time for it to happen as well, considering where we are in the season and we're needing to stay ahead now. It is nice to be leading the pack. It does feel nice to be leading the pack. Just at the moment, they're just showing the Baden Bogle goal. He gets it from... It's literally just inside the half, the Coventry half, and just nobody goes to him. He goes past them all. Then he nutmegs the defender, and the goalkeeper just gives it straight back to him. Yeah, that was an unbelievable goal by Bogle. I can't believe that he just ran through everyone. The goalkeeper just gave it straight back to him, but still. Karen say we need to pull away from the rest of the pack. Absolutely, it'll be so much better if we can get a big point gap between everyone, because we'll just be so much more confident in every single game. But then you don't want that to lead to complacency as well, do you? So it's important that we stay level-headed in this. Honestly, when those of you who aren't watching the game, when you see Bogle's goal back, you'd be like, "Oh my god, what the hell is that?" I know it's only half time, so it's not really the end of the world, but for some reason it's all buffery now, and it wasn't before I restarted, so that's rather annoying. What if we try Coventry? Welcome everybody. Welcome those of you who are rejoining or joining for the first time. 100 people back in here now, and we should be starting again in the second half before too long. So that'll be good. I forgot Matt Grimes had signed for them as well. I think he's got. I saw a statistic about Matt Grimes the other day that he created a load of goals over the last kind of year, few years, or 10 years actually, at Swansea, and he's finally joined. Our bench is so strong, isn't it? You're just looking at them warming up there. Strauch, Gilavogi, Verba, Byram, Nonto, Ramazani, Joseph and Rothwell. Just such a strong bench. I want the bloody LUTV one to work because it's rather annoying. No, seems to be all right. Let's hope it stops buffering. Robin Capsick saying goals coming from lots of different players as well, which is good. Yeah, it is really good. The thing is, we're spreading it across loads of different players, and Joel Peru's on 13, 14 goals or whatever he's on. And so, where's the clock? Gareth saying it's not underway again yet, the second half. That's why it's gone. It's half time at the moment. Jeff Biss saying, I reckon this is a big test. If we win this, we're on our way. Then Sunderland and Sheffield United this month. Yeah, they're the biggest tests, aren't they? Sunderland and Sheffield United. After that, you've got to feel like it's not as... But even with those games, if we win 8 more of our games, I think we... So 8 more of our games is what, 26... 27, 24 points. So another 24 points puts us on what? Let's have a look what we're on already. We're on 66 points. So another 24 points puts us on 90 points, which is supposedly what you need to go up. So, yeah, look, it probably is eight more wins. And how many more games have we got? How many games do you play in a championship season? 46. So we've got 15 more games, and we need 8 wins from them. So we need to win just over half of our remaining games to get to 90 points. I hate to say it, but it's very doable, isn't it? It's very, very doable. Have I lost my mind or something? Like it's half time still, isn't it? Why does everyone keep saying remember the timer? It always goes off at half time. I'm so confused. Gareth Meredith said, "Where's the clock?" And now CB saying remember the timer, as if the game's actually kicked off again. I'm so confused. It's half time. Unless I'm just like minutes and minutes and minutes behind on the thing, but I don't think I am. Yeah, look, eight games out of 15, though. 8 games out of 15. Surely that's doable. And then, who have we got after? So we've got the FA Cup, so fine, whatever. Then we've got Watford. If we can win that game, then we've got Sunderland and Sheffield United back to back, one at home, one at away. I think we can beat Sunderland at home. Sheffield United away might be a tricky one, and then we've got West Brom. But after that, it's Portsmouth, Millwall, QPR, Swansea, Luton, Borough, Preston, Oxford, Stoke, Bristol, City, and Plymouth. Plymouth on the final day of the season's a banker to win. Never know about the rest of them, but what the hell are Luton doing? What are Luton doing? They might go down. They might go from the Premier League straight down to League One, which is crazy. Meslier's back out on the pitch, just re-warming up for the second half. And some of the other players now just coming out the tunnel and heading out for the start of the second half here. Yeah, the international break last year was an absolute nightmare, wasn't it? I feel like I'm going to get a lot of buffering in this second half for some reason. Hold on a second. Let's do a speed test. Internet. Seem to be, since I've been wired in, I seem to have been a lot better, but so download, I mean, it's so much lower than where I used to live. Download internet speeds, we're getting 21. Alright, bloody hell, it takes ages this. What's it doing? 21.9 download. 1.8, 1.9, 2 point something upload. 2.24 upload. Bloody hell. It's terrible. To be honest, I think I'm just going to reload this. Keep wondering when the earliest. Well, if we win 8 in a row, then it might be then. But somehow I can't see that happening. Although we are on a run of just winning games without conceding goals, so that might be continued for a while. Oh, we are on again. That's really frustrating, that, because I've refreshed it and now we're on again. So let me just sort out the timer. Right, that's about right. Oh, bloody hell, that's come on as well. Not back soon, I'm already back, I'm here. No corners happened in that 50 seconds, did they? Oh, we're on excellent connection again now. We should have gone a bit more stable there, maybe. Well, anyway, we're all back on. Yeah, I'm back on. Here's Bogle. Back to Meslier. Meslier sends that long ball forward there. Here's Firpo, gets fouled there, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds, just outside Lampsoft's penalty area. Yep, everyone can see me, surely, can't they? Everyone can see me. It says 47:23 on my screen. Here's Meslier. Now Firpo. Piru, he tries to play the ball forward to Solomon. It was a good idea, but wrong execution. But now Tanaka charges forward. Oh, Tanaka's ball nearly made it to Dan James, but not quite. But Leeds get the ball back here through Bogle. Now Dan James again, and now some buffering and a completely grey screen. And I've got to wait till it goes 35, 45, 50, all the way back up to 100%. That's so annoying. We could have scored here. I just don't know because it's buffering. Dan James shoots over the bar anyway. Never mind. I've lost some seconds. I don't know what's going on. Like, everybody can let me know. Everybody can see me and everybody can hear me, can't they? Someone let me know. Like, everyone could see me and hear me, can't they? Because my timer literally says 40. Like, we're in the 48th minute. Because, like, goalkeeper's not taking the goal kick yet. Bidwell just shields that one out. I'm gonna have to type it in the chat. It's like shouting into a void. No one's responding to me. Can you? Oh, now Ruggy's responded to me. Oh, so there must be a really big delay. I'm not sure why. But now I've just put it in the chat, and now you're all answering. Yeah. So yeah, sorry everyone. Your things are only just coming up now. So anyway, we'll continue. Here's Solomon coming forward with the ball, charging, just done well. Stayed on his feet, played the ball into Dan James. Dan James on the edge of the box. He goes to shoot, just in the side net in there, and it's going to be a corner kick to Leeds. On the visual radio, Stephen. Hi, Robert. Welcome to the chat. I think you've only just joined. Corner count. Are we going to go to 101 or are we going to go to 0? Well, that wasn't a corner. Apparently that wasn't a corner. Yeah, so I don't know. I think there's some freaky little delay thing going on, so I'm not sure what's going on. But regardless, we're still winning here 2-0. So here's Rodon with a clearance. He sliced that one a bit though, and it's going to be a throw-in. As somebody always says, it's like I've got to go and put 50p in the meter. Not that that's something I've really experienced in my entire life. When they used to have to put money in the meter. Van Uwyk. Is that still a thing? Well, when I disappeared at half-time, we went down to 26 viewers, so those of you who stayed to stare at a black screen, I salute you. You are true Leeds laters. Van Uwyk throws that one into the box, headed away by Firpo. And then that's... Meslier, careful not to do a hull there. He absolutely wanged that ball up to Dan James, and Leeds are on the break here. Dan James charging forward. God, he's quick. Dan James puts the ball into the edge of the box for Aronson. Aronson fouled in the box. If you don't give a penalty, referee, you're the biggest bottle arse in history. How can someone go directly through the back of Aronson as he's about to shoot in the box, through the back of his knees, and it not be a penalty? That's probably one of the most stonewall penalties I've ever seen in my life. That is one of the single most stonewall penalties I've ever seen in my life. What is the referee thinking? I cannot believe that. What the hell? That penalty is mental. That's crazy. I want to test something on the delay here, right? I want to test something on the delay. As soon as I say this word, will you just type it in the chat so I can tell how long it takes to get back to me? Because I want to know what the delay is, if you get what I mean. So as soon as I say pineapple, put it in the chat and send it, and I'll see how long it takes for it to actually get to me so that I can actually see it. Pineapple. Because I want to know how long the delay is. Oh, so that's really quick then. Thanks, Crossman. Thanks, Robert. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Struan. Thanks, Ruggy. Yeah, that's really quick then. It felt like it was minutes and minutes before, and maybe it's jumped. I don't know how it would have done, but here's Daniel James down the right-hand side. Ooh, I full named him there. Now, Jaden Bogle. Back to Tanaka. Now Rodon. Now Tanaka again. Tanaka with a good ball there to Bogle, who then plays it into the path of Aronson, who's in the box. Aronson tripped again there in the box. I think that one was less of a penalty shout, but the first one, like Struan's just said in the chat, 100% a penalty. The second one, I think he knocks him off balance there, Aronson. I don't think it's necessarily a dive, but the first one, I've never seen a more stonewall penalty. Does that mean that some people have got more of a... does that mean that some people have got more of a delay than others then? Because Crossman and Robert Wetzel replied instantly, like within 5-10 seconds, and it's been like a couple of minutes, and now other people are putting it. I think some people have had something happen where they've got a big old delay on it. If you go to the bottom of your screen, is your red marker in the right place? Is it right at as far as it can go on the right hand side, like how far through the stream you are? Try and drag it all the way to the right if not. What's the origin of a nutmeg then? See, I don't know that one, Martin, and I probably should, because the ones that are actually related to football, I should probably know those ones. Yeah, see, that's what I mean, White Swan. Isn't that weird? Crossman said mine keeps buffering. I have to click live. It says excellent connection on my stream dashboard thing. So ball into the box there towards Sims, and Sims tries to get a touch on it. Ampadu seems to be the one that got the last touch there, so it is going to be a corner to Coventry. So, William, are you saying that it's been delayed 45 milliseconds or 45 seconds? Because if it's 45 seconds, it doesn't need the 0.5. Or if it does, it'll be 0.45. No, even then it wouldn't be 0.45 minutes, would it? Because that would be like 28 seconds or something. Anyway, corner about to come in from Coventry just as I'm chatting absolute. Bloody hell, that looked like it was going in there, but it bounced around and it looked like someone was just going to get a whack on it and go in the back of our net, but it didn't. Although I did predict 2-1. Meslier is going to come out and claim that one. And Leeds can calm down a little bit for a short time. Here's Gruev. Out wide to Firpo. Back again to Ampadu. Tanaka with a long ball forward here. It's going to be headed away by the goalkeeper to... it's gone out wide now to Van Nieuwijk. Russ Vernon saying man of the match for me so far. I don't know, to be honest. I don't think anybody's been particularly outstanding. I don't think anybody's... Oh my God. Are the people who are saying it now they're either joke... Oh no, because CB did say it earlier, so I thought people were only just hearing it. I hope I've not started a new trend. That's... Oh my God, what a save by Meslier. The ball came into the box there. Ellis Sims headed it, and Meslier just tipped it wide of his near post. Really, really good save from Meslier there. I was really thinking that was going to be 2-1 there with Coventry scoring an equaliser, a consolation goal, but no, it's really, really good save there. I'm about lined up with my timer again now. I've closed it and opened it again. It was a really good save by Meslier, by the way. Yeah, that should 100% that should have been a penalty. Sakamoto's now come on as a substitute, which I didn't know about. Here's Ampadu. Do. The good thing about the game at the weekend is that it'll be on the it'll be on iPlayer, won't it, or whatever. It'll be terrestrial. Here's Ampadu. Plays that one back all the way to Meslier now. Stephen saying we need one more. Yeah, we do. Peru turns there, but no foul as he was taken down to the ground by the Coventry player, but they've given it straight back to us, and now here's Bogle. And Peru tries to play it out wide to Dan James, but it's cut out there. Here are Coventry. Good foot there by Gruev. Again, coming across to... Gruev coming across to cover the fullback there, but this time on the right-hand side. I don't either, Stephen, but what I'm saying is it's nice to have a bit of a break from league action. Can't believe that I've started a trend of people saying prunes and raspberries. Just as I get it, just as I lower the... most of you are older than me, like 99%. But it's like I'm the teacher and you're all naughty children because I've lowered the chat delay to 7 seconds and now everybody's spamming the chats with random fruits. It's like that I'm the teacher. I'm not supposed to find it amusing, but I do. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting here. Well, Swansea man, Matt Grimes is coming on. So the guy who I thought was Joe Allen, it turns out to be Jamie Allen, which is just a regen, is going off, and he's going to be replaced by Matt Grimes. Honestly, those of you who aren't watching the game, when you see that penalty shout back, honestly, it's... You never seen anything like it. To be fair, Matt Grimes was I've just Googled when it was that he played for us. He was only 20... It was in 2016, 2017, and he only played 7 games, and he's 29 now. And that's 9 years ago. So he was only 2021. He was only on loan anyway, and and he only played 7 games, so... Who will we bring on as subs? Well, I don't know at the moment. I think it might be... he usually goes for a bit of Nonto and Ramazani, doesn't he, on the wings, and maybe a bit of Joseph up top. Never takes off Aronson. Somebody else needs to have a go in the number 10 in the Millwall game, definitely. Give Aronson a rest. Aronson just needs to not play at all in that game. Free kick comes in the box from Coventry, but Ampadu was fouled on the edge, and the header from it anyway only went into Meslier's grateful grasp, and Leeds can start again here. Well, we're watching 17 replays of a tame free kick that was headed into Meslier's gloves and not actually being shown the game. But here's Bogle. Bogle's charging forward now. He's run a good 50, 60 yards here. And now he gives it to Dan James. Dan James back to Bogle. Bogle trying to cross it back in. He's squared it. Aronson tries to play it across, and it's going to go out for a corner. Now that is a corner. Oh, yeah, 100% it was a penalty. It's not biased in any way. If we'd have done that against somebody else, I'd have been like, we've really got away with one there. Firpo in the 10. I mean, he got 3 assists last time out, so who are we to judge that? Yeah, Bogle. Actually, yeah, somebody asked about my man of the match, and so I actually agree with Isaac there. Bogle for me, probably. His goal was great, and he's been charging forward, driving out from the back, and really dragging Leeds up the pitch at times. I think, yeah, Bogle's definitely up there. Well, Grev goes to whip this one in towards the near post, and that's headed away, and that's going to be corner 101. Leeds do win the offside or something. I don't think it was offside, actually. It may have been a foul in the penalty area. I can see that Leeds players are warming up over the far side, by the way. Pretty much our entire bench is warming up. Newcastle 2-0 up against Arsenal. Does anyone have any idea what normal corners since last goal looks like? I actually don't. Like, do most teams score one every 10 or 15 or maybe a bit more? Like, surely not 101. Was the last time we scored a header from a corner was over 101 corners ago. Oh, what a ball that is. Dan James has got a chance to put the ball in the box now. Great ball across, but it's actually been given back to him there by the Coventry defender. Here's Dan James trying to open up a bit of space in the box. Here's Tanaka, chips it towards the back post for Firpo. It's headed over the top of him. I think it's going to go out for another corner kick there. That's like a joke, but one every 46 games. Is it that many? One every 46 games? Solomon with one arm up, then ready to take the corner. Whips into the box. Headed away to Aronson. Yeah, that was a great ball to Dan James down the line. Chef's kiss. Are we good, bad, or somewhere in between? We're definitely dominating the game without being fantastic. We're playing well. We're playing solid. We're dominating the game. We're not. It's not the Cardiff performance, but it's also not a terrible performance either. We're somewhere in the middle, but probably towards the upper end of that scale. Definitely past the halfway point of that scale. What's a game where we played? Is there any games where we've actually played really badly this season? I don't think there is. Oh, Tanaka's tripped there, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. Out on the right-hand side. Oh, you meant the corners. Oops. I think we're about, judging by what William Williams said before, we are about double as bad as anyone else. We're double the average. Double. And look, I know technically we scored one corner that was, but I'm not counting that. We didn't score a header from a corner or a volley directly from a corner. It was whipped into the box. It was headed to the edge of the box, then shot through a crowd of players, then flicked into the back of the net. I'm not sure. I'm not counting it. I'll die on that hill. Anyway, high boot there, and it's going to be a throw in. High boot there, and it's going to be a throw in. High boot, and it's going to be a free kick. Here's Grimes. Kitching trying to play the ball forward. Sims holding it up and then giving it back over to the other side. Latibaudier's pass is ahead of Van Nieuwijk, and it's going to be a throw into Leeds. Is Van Nieuwijk good? Because I feel like he's one of those players, like, he looks good. He looks the part. He looks like a footballer. But I don't think I've ever seen anything that impressive in the games that we've played against them. I've been much more impressed. The only fullback in this division that I've been really impressed with when we played against them is Barley Mumba, that plays for Plymouth. Is Firpo. And I would really like to sign Barley Mumba, especially like last season or this summer just gone. Would have been a great move to sign Barley Mumba, I think. He'd have gone really well in a Farker system. Here's Thomas across to Kitching. Long ball forward from him, but headed away by Firpo and now picked up by Solomon and Gruev. Gruev tries to play it back to Firpo, but Leeds are starting to get a little bit sloppy in the passing, and I would like that to improve. The thing is, we don't get that many direct free kicks, but Gruev started the season really well with direct free kicks. Like just like those Rafinha ones that just whip over the wall and are just over the top of the bar and stuff. I think he was for direct free kicks. I don't mind Gruev, but it's corners we can't seem to take. Ones where you have to cross the ball. Aronson trying to chase that one down as it's headed away by Leeds. Oh, he does well there, Brendan Aronson. Chases Sakamoto all the way to the halfway line and forces them into a throw-in there. Welcome, Pierre. Welcome to the chat. No, I saw a screenshot of the thumbnail, Paul, but I didn't actually watch the video. No, no subs, no. Ball back to the Coventry goalkeeper now. Sims now battling with Ampadu, but he's played the ball back to Van Nieuwijk. See, is it Van Nieuwijk or is it Van Nieuwijk? Oh, it's a really good ball into the box there from Coventry, and Sakamoto went for the diving header, but I think Meslier was rooted. There was nothing he could really do. It was a really good ball in, but he just couldn't get a header on it. Here's Rodon now. Little lofted ball over the top there for Aronson, who's onside. He can play the ball into the box and straight into the goalkeeper's gloves there, unfortunately. Solomon was in the box there waiting. He needed to make that near post run that he made against Sheffield Wednesday, but yeah, his first touch wasn't great, like Tony Dorigo says, and he just needs to get more on it, and Solomon needs to make his run to the front post. Yeah, look, a third goal would really, really sort us out here. And I think we played better in the first half. And what I'm feeling is that we're going a little bit stale now. So substitutes would really help us out. And it's around the time that we'd be usually making substitutes. So look, I think if we bring in Ramazani and Nonto, that really sets us up for victory here. Aronson's done really well there to nick the ball away. Leeds are in here. If Aronson can find Dan James, Aronson's done his ball to Dan James is too far past him. Here's Dan James in the box, shoots, slices it wide there. Aronson's ball to Dan James, it just needs to be a better pass. It's really unfortunate because that easily could have been 3-0. Really good break. Aronson just puts way too much on it. I get what he's trying to do, but he used the outside of his foot when he could have easily used the instep of his left foot, and I think that's what's going to get him a bollocking from Farker. Rodon trying to go for that one against Sakamoto, but they're going to take it quickly here. "15 minutes left then here. Yeah, he probably could have carried on and made the defender make a decision, couldn't he, Hank? If he'd have held onto the ball, the defender would have had to eventually go towards him. And that's when he maybe could have passed it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Isaac. And yeah, Nonto came on and scored a great goal last time out. Ramazani's earned himself some minutes as well with some of his performances off the bench. So, yeah, you can easily see how them two coming on could impact this game, because I think they'll both be raring to go. Low shot from distance there from was it Rodoni as he stepped inside and yeah, slices it, well, not slices it, but just drags it wide there. Meslier could easily just watch that one go past his post. Football in a library chance going around now. Here's Rodon. Long ball forward from him. Oh my God, what a ball from Rodon. Solomon's in here. Solomon's in behind. He goes to shoot. Goalkeeper saves it. And now can be cleared there by Bidwell, I think it was. But oh, now Ampadu's fallen over here and Sims has taken the ball away. Sims always seems like a threat, doesn't he? He always sims like a threat. Sorry, that was terrible. But he's... touch wood, he never seems to really do anything. He's good at hold-up play, but he just never seems to get on the end of anything. Headed back in towards the box there. Away by Firpo and Gruev. Headed back again towards Van Uwijk, but now Aronson's trying to get on the end of it, but Bidwell takes it away, but then Solomon can win it back, and now Solomon's gone past him. Leeds have got a real chance here. Piru's in the box, played the ball to Piru. Piru for 3-0. Piru's hit it straight at the goalkeeper. It was like he was too casual and he thought he'd already scored. Yeah, Piru really should have scored there. And he's got his hands on his head now that the play's gone out for a throw-in. Ramazani's coming on. So is Josh De Silva for Coventry, and another bloke who I don't recognise. First class commentary here from Leeds lately, isn't it? Another bloke who I don't recognise. Solomon's coming off, and Ramazani is coming on for him. Robert Wetzel saying that was garbage. Yeah, look, Firpo. It's because Firpo was on the screen then. Joel Peru should be finishing that. And he would so often, but just didn't. Sorry, Pierre, what's that in reference to? I'm not just like, sometimes I say a lot of stuff in this stream, so I don't know what people are referring to when it's been a bit of a delay. What's the abs? It's why I'm here. Yeah, Peru, it's like he got complacent and he thought he'd already scored. Look, I think a ball over the top might be their weakness here. Ooh, Tanaka gets one in the back of their head there from Sims. Yellow card worthy, I think. Yeah, but what's... Okay, yeah, but what's the abs bit? What's the abs bit, Pierre? I'm confused. Abs. Anti-lock braking system, ABS. Peru. Now Tanaka. Abso. What is Abso? Leeds trying to win the ball back here. Good feet by Tanaka there to get the ball away. Good lad, Tanaka, and he carries it all the way to the halfway line. He's got Ramazani. Ramazani's rapid down that left-hand flank. He's trying to play the ball into the box. It's bouncing around. It might be going out for a corner, but it's cleared there at the last second by Latabaudiere. Oh, well, I didn't expect it to be an abbreviation because nobody's ever abbreviated that word like that. So, this game could have been a banana skin. Well, more fruit puns. Firpo. Ball down the line to Ramazani here. Ramazani with a chance to cross the ball into the box. It's cleared away. It's going to be corner 103. I'm not having a go at you, Pierre. I wasn't doing that on purpose. I genuinely had no idea what that was referring to. Well, it's going to be Ramazani to take the corner this time. Just like we have a lot of different goal scorers, we have a lot of different corner takers as well because they all go, look, I'm crap at this. Can you have a go? That was terrible from Ramazani. Just as bad as the rest of them, if not worse. I still think, but... Wow, Martin. Wow. As long as we're on the same page. Pierre, that was referring to. Anyway, here's Firpo. Now Gruev. Back to Tanaka. Now Firpo again. Aronson on the left-hand side. Ramazani's gone into that half space as Aronson swapped with him and gone out wide. Now Tanaka again. Tanaka with a good little turn there, and he comes the opposite direction. Tanaka goes to shoot from distance. He's dragged a low shot wide of the goalkeeper's near post. Yeah, no danger for the goalkeeper in the end, but a decent strike. Went through the defender's legs. It could have unsighted the goalkeeper. It was on target, but he just didn't have enough power on it anyway. 4 big chances, 14 shots. Yeah, look, I mean, we've definitely had the chances to score more in this game. Here's Peru. Gruev and Tanaka keep the ball there well. That's something they do really well, those two. Look, it's proved to be a good decision to take Rothwell out and put Gruev in. Gruev's been really good, and we're 2-0 up, and we've been very solid at the back, other than a few silly little things. But, yeah, look, I think it's been a good decision the way it's panned out. Here's Tanaka. Now Ampadu. Ampadu with a long ball forward here. Over the top for Ramazani. The goalkeeper is going to get there, but he's going to have to just put it straight into touch, so Leeds get a throw-in. Made a lot of yardage. If we were American football, we'd be saying we made a lot of yardage there. At least I think. Can my American friends here confirm that that's an actual saying from American football? Just trying to say we gained a lot of distance on the pitch there. Rodon is coming off there, and it's going to be Raphael who comes on. One of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I believe. Along with Donatello and those other turtley fellas. I think Nonto's just being called back to the bench, and so is Mateo Joseph as well. I can see them just running past Firpo, who's about to take this throw in. Ooh, terrible clearance by Kitching there. Headed away by Grimes, and missed by Gruev, and now Sakamoto tries to play it forward. Firpo, I think, made quite a good foul there. He's not going to get a yellow card or anything, but it did stop the break. Could have been 7 again. It could have been Stephen. It could have been some of the chances that we've had and the way we've not taken them. See, this is what worries me about if we do go up to the Premier League. The chances, like you get a few chances a game. You get a few chances a game in the Premier League, and if you're not clinical, you don't score. Whereas in the Championship, we get chance after chance after chance, and we're bound to score some of them. Ramazani tried to play the ball through there to Dan James, but it was just in the wrong direction and picked up by Grimes. And now Firpo does really well to win that one back. Now Piru. Piru back down the line here for Dan James, but then a clearance by Bidwell means it's going to be a Leeds throw-in again. Yeah, when we go up, let's be confident, Pierre. When we go up, we're going to struggle. Let's be confident when we go up, not if. We are going to struggle. Yeah, it's going to be difficult. Yeah, definitely, Jeff. There would be recruitments, of course there would, but the core of the team will still be the same, won't it? Well, Leeds are going to make their last substitutions now, or you'd expect them to be the last substitutions of the game. Mateo, Joseph and Nonto are going to come on, although you would imagine that he might bring Gilavogi on for the 5 minutes at the end. Yeah, that'll be annoying, Big Chazza, won't it? Unless I do some angry reactions with an angry face on them and then get views from the negativity. Really good finish by Joel Peru, that actually, for his first goal. He should have finished the second one, but he's going to come off, be replaced by Mateo Joseph, and it's going to be Nonto who's going to come on for him. I mean, I predicted 2-1 in this game. I'm just saying. Just saying. If they score, then I was right. But I'd rather win 3-0 and not have to be right. Because I don't want it to go to squeaky bum time at the end of this game. Welcome back to Leeds lately. Liverpool have just beaten Leeds 9-0, as you can see down below me, and what a terrible game it was. Leeds really proving why we should have replaced Farke in the summer. That's just a little clip there that's going to be the exact repeat of that in, like, 6 months. Nah, hopefully not. I was just role playing into the part, acting for what Big Chazza said. Gruev, Rodon. Nice little pass from Nonto, and now Bogle can carry the ball for. Oh no, he can't. He can play it straight into Ramazani, who's in on goal. Goalkeeper saved it again. Goalkeeper saved it again. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Here's Aronson. Aronson's in the box. Goes to shoot. His shot was deflected. It's gone past the post, and it's going to be a Leeds corner there. Kim Hill saying, and Max, when we go up, she said confidently, we can buy in the summer window. You're absolutely right. We can. We can definitely get some good players in. If we invest well in the summer, we could be in for a really exciting couple of years, but it's just about whether... Look, the 49ers, I guess they're being conservative by not buying anyone in the window and stuff, but is that a sign that they won't do it in the Premier League? Why is Ramazani a really good footballer, but when it comes to a corner, he just can't kick a football? Here's Sakamoto, who tries to play a ball down the line to Van Uwijk, but swept up nicely by Joe Rodon there as we head into the final couple of minutes of this game here. Of this here game. Nonto drops that one back off to Joe Rodon. Oh, Nonto's offside. Nonto would have been in on goal there, but he was offside. Why is he trying to shove Nonto, that defender? Kitching it was, and now he's having a go at him and calling him names. And Nonto's just laughing, but I'm not sure why. Last Saturday, 2-1. What, the game we won 7-0, Jeff? Yeah, I think other people... I think it was... what's his face? Oh, his name's just gone completely out my mind. The Geordie guy who used to play for Leeds that's always in the studio. His name's just completely escaped me. He said that it was going to be a cagey, tight game. And he said... And then at the end of the game, the host guy was like... what were you saying? It was what he said to him, basically, at the end of the game. Why have I completely forgotten who it was? Bridges. That's the one. Thanks, Stephen. His name just completely disappeared out of my head. Anyway, Grimes to take the corner then for Coventry. Whipped into the box. Headed off. I don't know if Meslier got a touch off that, but it hit the underside of the crossbar and then got cleared by Nonto. Now Bogle clears that one, but he sliced it. Was that a little cat meow I just heard? Does he get a touch on that, Meslier? Let's have another look at this replay. The header comes in. Oh, he does. Really good save. Really good save from Meslier. Oh, no, it's actually the cat. Hello. Sorry, I just got distracted by the cat. What are you doing? What are you doing? Do you want to come and say hello to everyone? Guess not. She's gone under the bed to hide now, so she must be... Yeah, it's 3 minutes added on, but... Leeds trying to win the ball back now. Gilavogi can't quite get there. They're ahead of his man, but Ampadu can clear that one all the way back to Kitching. Now Meslier can just pick that one up as it rolls into his gloves. Very grateful Meslier is for that one. And he's, thank you very much. I'll take that. And I'll slowly walk back to the edge of my box. Hello, are you back? You want to say hello to everyone? There you are, look. Look. Hey? All right, then I'll let you go because you're a bit grumpy with that, aren't you? Is Firpo, Ampadu, Gilavogi, now Gruev. Down the line there to Ramazani. A chance for maybe to get the ball in the box here. Ramazani into the box, gets it across to Firpo! No offside there, it's 3-0. Beautiful. Finally. I think Nonto scored it. Firpo probably should have had the goal, but Nonto it just hit him and went in. Oh, now the flag's been raised. How can you... How can you raise the flag so long after it? How can you wait that long to put your flag up? It doesn't count. It's 2-0, not 3-0. You must be on a bit of a delay, Penny. You must not be live. Try and drag your thing at the bottom all the way to the right-hand side, because I just lifted her up a minute ago. Although you won't see this until you've already seen that, so that doesn't really help you. I think Gurev just got himself a yellow card there. I'm not sure why, but yeah, good job. It isn't an important goal. But to be honest, I think Nonto, I don't think he could have done anything about it hitting him, but that would have been Firpo's goal there. So I'd imagine Firpo's going to jokingly have a bit of a go at him after the game for stopping his goal. It would have been good for our whatchamacallit though, wouldn't it? Our goal difference. Another point. I mean, Jesus Christ, another goal would have been good for our goal difference, not another point or whatever the hell I was saying then. Meslier is going to take this long goal kick now. That's it. Final whistle, and Leeds have won 2-0. Another game, another 90 minutes not conceding a goal as well. That's been age. Now that one got me. Brian O'Brien's just put pineapple. Now it's like 40 odd minutes ago. Oh, it's Joseph that got the yellow, was it? Look, Leeds, Joel Peru, 13 goals. I think that's needs to update still, but look, Leeds, it's now 6 games without conceding a goal and 5 games without conceding a goal and 14 goals scored in the Championship. Unbelievable. 43 goal difference, 66 points, 5 points clear of second. Look, unbelievable. I forgot Alex Cairns was here. He's just having a crack with some of the other players there. But look, thanks everybody for joining me. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate everybody who joins me. I really appreciate all of the Leeds Lately members as well who continue to contribute to the channel. And also thank you so much everybody who has put super chats in for me as well. I really, really appreciate that. Look at that. We're on perfectly on 2,000 views for this stream. Like bang on 2,000. Nobody else. Wait, I can't tell people who are not already on it to not click it. But anyway, look, thanks everybody so much. Thanks for all being a great community. And yeah, look, 2-0, a game that we thought was going to be fairly difficult, and it's been a bit of a walk in the park, I must say. Thanks everybody. Make sure you check out the match reaction after the game as well. That won't be too long. Probably about half an hour after final whistle, or if not, check it out tomorrow. Do me a favour. Thanks everybody so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate the continued support, and I'll see you in the next one.